Hello everybody, it's Jeff again with another Gateway video. Today I want to talk to you just for a few minutes about the importance of protecting your income, known traditionally as disability insurance. For most people who are working today, their most valuable financial asset is their ability to earn an income. All right, and typically for those who are not necessarily a year or two removed from retirement, if we took your earning potential over the course of your working life, it's generally going to be greater than whatever your current net worth is. A lot of people think, oh, well, my home is worth $500,000, or my boat is worth $100,000, or my retirement plan is worth $1 million. But if we took $100,000 a year times 30 years of working history, that's a $3 million asset, and most people don't think about it that way. So putting all that in perspective, your ability to earn a paycheck is what lays the foundation for you to provide whatever quality of life and standard of living that you'll have over the course of your life. And so here's some sobering facts, and we don't necessarily want to sell this important type of planning based on statistics or facts only, but it's an important baseline for your own understanding. But the fact of the matter is, more than one, actually it's 1 point something, but 1 in 4 20-year-olds today will become disabled before retirement. Additionally, 1 in 3 people ages 35 to 65 will suffer a long-term disability. By definition, long-term disability is any disability that lasts 90 days or longer. That being said, 1 in 7 workers today will have a disability that lasts 5 years or longer. Those statistics, if you really think about it, are staggering. What many people find surprising is the fact that you're actually 3.5 times more likely to become disabled during your working years than you would die during that same period of time. And then a lot of people think disability, they think accident, they think wheelchair, and they're surprised to know and learn the fact that the majority, almost 90%, as a matter of fact, of all disabilities are the result of illness and not injury or accident. And then finally, in the last 10 minutes prior to leading up to this segment, 390 Americans became disabled. Happy to talk to you offline more about validating this information, but I thought it's important to lay a foundation for an easy, simple concept that you can use to emphasize the importance of this type of defensive planning. So, it's very common for most people to consider their house as one of their most valuable financial assets. Not necessarily a car, but this kind of looks like a lot of houses that you might see in mainstream America. All right, so depending on where you live, a house value might be anywhere from maybe $400,000 and where I live in the San Francisco Bay Area to $1 million plus. All right, from a value standpoint. Autos, depending on the type of new car you might buy today, could be anywhere from 20 to maybe 50 or 60,000. Let's be a little bit conservative and say we're talking about 2 cars, and let's say $65,000. And a boat, that could be a dinghy tied up to your dock or a very large luxury liner. Let's just say $30,000 since we're talking about midstream America. That being said, there's something else to consider, and that is your income. And we talked about that a little bit before, laying a foundation. But let's put this in perspective. Again, $100,000 of income times 30 years equals a $3 million asset. All right. If we wanted to be a little more conservative, we cut that in half. Even $50,000 of annual income times 30 years is still equivalent to $1.5 million, which is typically worth more than any of these other assets. It's in fact your ability to earn an income that allows you to keep the roof over your head and provide the house that you're living in, the cars in your driveway, and the boat for fun on the weekend. All right. Here's what you may not be aware of. From a risk standpoint, the probability of your home, of all the claims that go against your homeowner policy, there's a 1 in 100 chance that your house will burn down. of all the auto insurance claims that are out there, of all those claims, 1 in 20 ends up in total destruction of your car. And believe it or not, and this is what many people are surprised by, I don't know what happens on the water and on a boat, but of all the claims against insurance covering your boat, 1 in 15 ends up in a total loss of the boat. Now, if you reflect back on the statistics I shared with you before, think about this. 1 in 7 Americans will suffer a long-term disability. That's everyone based on our entire population in the United States will suffer a long-term disability. Not 1 in 15, not 1 in 20, certainly not 1 in 100, but 1 in 7. And if we look at the working segment from age 35 to 65, that number goes down to 1 in 3. 1 in 3 people, statistically speaking, will suffer a long-term disability lasting 90 days or longer. All right. So most people insure their homes, their autos, their boats, their toys, and whatnot, and they don't think about insuring the thing that allows them to have all those other things in addition to everything else in their life. So this is an easy diagram that you can use. Call me if you want to talk more about the probability of these numbers up here, but this is a simple way to introduce the concept of protecting, for most people, what is their most valuable asset? Their ability to earn an income. That's the idea of the day. Thanks.